This time on Rat and Cat, a new series on the channel, Search and Recovery Stories. Welcome to Rat and Cat, where we search, survive, and explore. I'm Nakia. I'm starting a new monthly feature on this channel on Search and Recovery Stories. These are the stories of people who went missing in the wild, but either never came back or were found dead and rescue teams had to recover their remains. These stories tend to be a bit darker and more graphic, but I think they have potential for offering valuable insights for our own survival. Above Bernard Creek, Idaho, a hunter found what appeared to be remains of a human skull. The hunter found other items in the area, including a pack containing camping equipment and a digital camera. Members from the Idaho County Sheriff's Office traveled by jet boat to the mouth of Bernard Creek, where they hiked about a mile in to the site. They located a portion of a human skull and other skeletal remains. They looked back, and in September of 2010, 39-year-old Todd W. Hofflander of Riggins was reported missing in the area. Officers were able to recover the photographs off the SD card located in the pack, which apparently belonged to Hofflander. According to the Idaho County Sheriff's Office, everything found at the scene indicates that the remains are Hofflander. However, further DNA testing will need to be done to confirm. In Oregon, near Sweet Home, someone stumbled across human remains on Weyerhaeuser property. Deputies tentatively connected the remains to a 2011 missing person case and continue to work with the state medical examiner's office to confirm the identity and cause of death. 3 days earlier, another body was found in that same area by hikers. While the identity of the person remains unknown, the remains are believed to be from a woman with short brown hair between 30 and 50 years old. The state examiner said it may take up to 18 months to examine the body and discover the cause of death. Last November in Cynthiana, Kentucky, 31-year-old David Scott Whisman's family phoned police because they hadn't heard from him in nearly a month. His family said that while his place of residence wasn't constant, his phone calls to his family were. At the time, his sister said to a local TV station, "I've walked the riverbanks just looking in random places that I know that he normally would hang out, but there's just been no luck." It turns out her hunch wasn't too far off. For 5 months, there was just no sign of the Wiseman. Then, on Sunday, April 1, someone happened across his remains off the river road in Cynthiana, just like his sister suspected. It's a little bit disturbing. Wiseman wasn't lost in some huge park or remote wilderness. He disappeared in a small green strip in the middle of a small country town. The cause of death is under investigation, and there was a haunting detail revealed in a line from the 31-year-old man's obituary. He is preceded in death by his daughter, Dakota Wiseman. Records show she passed away when she was 8 months old. This January in Great Falls, Montana, Amy Harding Perman got into a fight with her boyfriend and decided to go for a walk. When she didn't return, her boyfriend called the police. A search was initiated. Deputies explored a channel in the Missouri River that was partially frozen. When deputies crossed the channel onto Buckshot Island, they found some of Harding Perman's personal items. A grid search was set up, and someone thought they heard the woman, but there was no response. They did discover a hole in the ice where they suspect the woman had fallen through. Then, a few months later, in April, a nearby resident was walking nearby along the Missouri River when they discovered the woman's body near the shoreline. The cause of death was drowning. This story is an important reminder that ice on rivers and ponds, even gently flowing ones, can vary in thickness in unpredictable patterns. It is never safe to cross a swift-flowing river on ice. Only walk on ice if you can visually or physically measure the thickness of the ice. Ice must be at least 4 inches thick to walk on, and never walk on ice when you're alone. And someone stumbled across human remains near the Knik River, Alaska. The state medical examiner's office identified them as 42-year-old Audrey Swartzentruber. Swartzentruber was reported missing in mid-December and was last seen walking on a road in Palmer headed towards Anchorage, according to a previous report by troopers. The investigation into the cause of death is ongoing. In Turkey, a 30-year-old woman had been going for a much-awaited hike in the picturesque Duden Park after weeks of the citywide shelter-in-place order due to the COVID-19 outbreak. She paused for a moment to take a selfie at the edge of a 100-foot cliff. She's seen taking a similar photo the previous year here. Unfortunately, she slipped on the grass and fell down a 100-foot cliff to her death. Once again, cliffs and falls are one of the top causes of death in the wilderness, so take them seriously. There are more search and recovery videos available on my Patreon page, as well as more search and survival content, so click on the link in the description below to see all of the available benefits. I've just updated these tiers and benefits, and I'll be adding even more content to these tiers starting this month. Supporting this channel is a good cause. Your support helps make others more aware of wilderness safety. You could potentially save a life. Also, have you had any close calls with nature or people yourself? I'll look forward to your stories in the comments below. Until next time, I'm Nakia. Get out there, be safe, and enjoy the wild.